Sex, money, power.
This is the SMP Show.
Our mission?
To raise the bar of men's style across the nation.
Whether you're short, tall, large or small, over the course of this series we're going to share with you every tip a man needs to look good and feel great.
Where better place to start than Savile Row, the birthplace of men's style and tailoring.
Shall we? So, we're on the mission to find the perfect suit because this suit is surely the cornerstone of every modern man's working wardrobe.
See, we have a little argument going on at the moment. I kind of think that it's not really worth spending that much money on a suit. I'd rather go vintage or high street. But you obviously disagree.
Yes, I do. You could take Owen's lead and head down to your local charity shop, buy a vintage suit, and look like a dead man walking. I, on the other hand, would prefer to spend a little bit more on a decent tailored suit because sometimes in life you really get what you pay for.
Okay, why don't we have a little challenge? Why don't you pootle off to Regent Street and go get yourself a suit. Say your budget could be £400.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll take a tenth of that, £40, and go to like Camden, all right?
Fine, it's a fashion off, you're on.
Okay, we're here at Jaeger at their flagship store in Regent Street. Now I take it we're here because this is your choice for the fashion suit.
It is. Jaeger is genuinely one of my favourite brands. Great British brand, great heritage. It celebrated its 125th anniversary last year. Fans of course by Dr. Gustav Jaeger.
Gustav. It's also worn by one of my favourite sort of style icons, Cary Grant. He was a massive fan.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think now we should go and have a quick chat with Ben Mears, who is the menswear designer for Jaeger, and he's going to share some exclusive tips about what to look for in the perfect suit.
Excellent.
So we're here with Ben Mears, who's the menswear designer for Jaeger, and he's going to talk us through 5 key points to look out for in a suit.
Tell me about this. It's a single-breasted suit?
It's a single-breasted peak lapel, and that's a great suit to start with really, because the peak lapels are really great styling detail to note on the suits.
Very much in at the moment as well,
Very much in. It's traditionally just used on double-breasted suits.
Yeah.
And since then it's moved on, it's into dress wear.
What do you think in terms of navy as a colour? Is it a good standard colour for a suit?
Navy's a great colour, and there are lots of sort of different shades of navy.
And is this kind of tuxedo styling kind of something that's happening now in kind of modern menswear, would you say?
Absolutely. It's a sort of a day evening wear, if you like.
Sure.
So dressing up in the day as well, and being a bit more free with it.
And lastly, am I right in thinking that you change the lining each year?
Yes, we have done recently. This is a lovely sort of detail we've got at the moment, which is just the Columbia stitch and the piping, which is sort of signature of Jaeger, that black and white just coming through. So we try and keep it running across all the suits.
I think the mark of a really good suit as well is it's always as beautiful on the inside as it is on the outside.
Absolutely, it's always in the detail and finish.
Okay, listen, thanks Ben for that. It's very informative.
Pleasure.
I think it's about time we did our fashion off and actually tried on some suits for ourselves.
Let's get them on.
Ian, you ready yet, mate? It's been a while.
I am.
Okay, I must say it does look good on you. I would recommend maybe eating a few sandwiches, but it does look pretty good, I have to say. Go on, tell me why it's so good.
Well, first of all, you've got the cut. It's an incredible cut. You can see that this Jaeger London suit's got the slightly nipped in waist. You've got the satin covered buttons on the sleeve, which are a lovely detail. And also, the lining. You can see the piping here, the contrast stitching. And one thing I love about Jaeger is that every season there's always different lining inside. You could take the jacket and team it with a pair of jeans if you wanted, or some chinos, which would be a great kind of off-duty, smart casual look. And if you wanted to wear the trousers with a shirt and maybe like a waistcoat or a tank top, then you know that's another option too.
And how much did it cost?
This was only $375, which I think for the quality is pretty amazing. So Owen, you've seen my option, now let's have a look at yours. Are you ready, Owen? You've been quite a while there. Pretty, you know. ridiculous.
Okay, it's fair to say I look slightly ridiculous in this suit, and of course it's completely too small for me. But as usual, Ian is missing the point. It was about showing you what you could get for a cheap price. Now, there were a lot of good suiting decisions made here by myself. Big lapels, very much in trend. Double-breasted, again, bang on trend. And the trousers, yes, of course they're too short for me, but they are nice and wide and baggy, which is the sort of fit and look for the future. And the last, of course, is how much did your suit cost?
Mine was £375.
£375. Okay, mine was £28. And if you look in the inside jacket here, you'll find it's actually Christian Dior.
Ah, Christian Dior. Was that the chap who died in it? Or?
It wasn't the chap that died in it, Ian. No.
Well, look, we've seen your option here. Why don't we get you in a Jaeger suit, and then at least you can compare the two and make a proper decision. How's that sound?
Fine, fine. We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah. So, Owen, what's the verdict? Better, no?
Yes, it's better. I do look a lot better in this suit, obviously. It probably goes to show that you do get what you pay for.
Yeah, so in summary, it's all about the Jaeger suit and Beatrix on the shoes.
Yes, and in other summaries, 1-0 Ian.
Yeah, for this week, but if you join us again next week, it could be different, who knows? I'm Ian B.
And I'm Owen Parry.
And this was the SMP Show.